want you just to go ahead and find your legs hip width apart parallel. Shoulders are going to stay wide and down, right? And I want you to bring your palms and your forearms actively down onto your mat, right? From here, we're going to begin with a little bit of a bridge articulation. So if your shoulders are feeling tight, feel free to rotate the palms and the forearms up so you're feeling the most openness in your chest, right? We're gonna tuck that pelvis. I want you to roll all the way up towards the shoulder blade tips. And then as you exhale, soften down one vertebra at a time and scooping through those abdominals, translate the tail heavy and down into your neutral. Inhale, tuck and roll those hips up. And then exhale, soften down one vertebra at a time. Good, now as you continue working through that activation, I want you to feel the alignment of your spine go longer and stronger, right? So as you're feeling the core support the back, allow the back to support the core. We're gonna take that 3 more times, rolling up, and then exhale, scoop and round down. Good, final 2, inhale, rolling it up, and then exhale, softening it down. Now on your last one, we're gonna roll all the way up into that bridge. Keep your shoulders wide and down. The heels and the balls of the feet are gonna push down onto your mat. Palms can press down, or the top of the hands can press down, whatever feels best. We're going to draw that pelvis into neutral, so it should feel like it's on a shelf, hamstrings engaged. We're gonna hinge from the hips. Inhale, send the tail down. Exhale, lift the hips up and squeeze the glutes at the top, right? Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift and squeeze. As you're working this range of motion, you're gonna feel your hamstrings, you're gonna feel your glutes. I want you to feel your abs stay with you the entire time, right? So make sure the body isn't in an arch, right? We're feeling that one long line from shoulders to hips. You want to maintain that activation in your hammies. If it's going anywhere else, check your pelvis. Imagine it's on a shelf. Hip bones and pubic bone parallel. Let's take 5 more. Inhale, exhale. 4 more. Feel free to take it a little bit more challenging. Extend the arms up towards the sky. We've got last one to lower. Exhale to lift. We're going to hold those arms up. Keep the shoulders wide and down, neck long, chin lifted, so there's a little curve underneath your neck. Now we lower those hips down 2 inches. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Squeeze the glutes at the top. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Very small, 1 to 2 inch increments. Keep the arms energized, palms stretched wide, fingertips reaching. Right? As you're working, check that parallel. Hips, knees and ankles, 2 long parallel lines coming from your hip bones, yeah? Heels reaching down, balls of the feet pressing down, toes stay soft, right? Now as you lower and lift the pelvis, you're gonna feel the hamstrings, you're gonna feel the glutes, right? Keep breathing, and let's add in some chest expansion. As you lower the hips, open the arms. As you lift the hips, close the arms. Inhale, lower and open. Exhale, lift and close. From shallow V to parallel position. Feel the width in your shoulders. Feel the flat scapula bones underneath you. Your glutes should feel like they are on fire. Let's keep going. 5 more. Exhale, lift. 4 more. Work that strength and breath. Last 3. Heart rate should feel like it's rising. Here we've got 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Last one to lower. Exhale to lift. We're gonna hold the hips up, hold the arms up. Now from here, keep the arms extended up. We're going to take alternating hip drops. 1 hip draws down. Inhale, exhale, lift that hip. Opposite draws down. Inhale, exhale, lift that hip. Now as you're working, keep the arms long, shoulders wide. You're gonna feel an increasing hip crease as you draw the hip down. Make sure you're not bending in the back. You're feeling that change from the femur bone, hip socket. You're gonna feel a lot of strength. You're gonna feel a lot of burn. We're working those muscles, right? Let's take 5. That's it. 4, you got it. 3, We got 2 more. And 1. Now your glutes are especially fiery now. So I want you to imagine you got pain on your hip bones, and we're gonna draw the pelvis in a circle, down and around. Now as you work, you have an opportunity to recover as you exhale and lift. Use the core, inhale and exhale. Good. Root down into the heels, into the balls of the feet. Move your pelvis like Shakira. We got 2 more here. And 1, and let's reverse. Inhale, lower to the left, exhale, lift to the right. Use the abdominals and use your breath to feel that change. Power the movement with your core. We're gonna go 5 more. Hello to your glutes, 4 more. Last 3, keep breathing. We got 2 more. Now on your last one, find your hips to center. We're gonna pulse those hips up for 10, 9, feel the glutes and hammies, 8, 7, you got it, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take an inhale, exhale, keep the shoulders wide, soften down through the spine, 1 vertebra at a time. Scoop in through those abdominals, lower back, all the way down into your neutral pelvis, hip bones and pubic bone parallel. Take a moment, hug those knees into the chest. Nice work, everyone. Press your lower back down. If the chest does not feel good in that lift, lower the head down and rock your hips to the left and to the right, side to side from this position. Good, you should feel a nice release on your hips. Your glutes and hammies should be on fire. Good. Now from here, we're gonna go ahead and hug that right knee into the chest and extend your left leg long. Try to keep it energized and activated. If it doesn't feel good on that 45-degree angle, lower your leg down to the mat. Hands can be gently on top of the knee or behind the back of the knee. Make sure you don't press on that kneecap. Inhale, and then as you exhale, we're going to actively switch. Now, as you're working, your tempo is your choice. The chest lift is your choice. Your goal is to feel a quad hip flexor stretch on one extended leg. As you hug the opposite knee in, you feel the contraction. As you continue to switch, feel free to add in that chest lift. For a deep thoracic chest, stretch and a deep thoracic engagement along your lower trap muscles. Let's take 3 more here. Last 2 and 1. Now take a deep inhale. As you exhale, the leg that's in your hands is gonna go as straight as you can. Again, chest can be up or down. Take a deep inhale, exhale, switch your straight legs and catch each individual leg. Inhale, exhale, switch your leg. As you're working, if the neck is taking over, tell it to go down. Focus on the leg weight of the tailbone and the stretch. As much as you can reach up towards the ankle, the more you'll feel this increase. Let's take 3 more. Last 2 and 1. Now try to hold the chest lift if you can. Extend the legs up, both hands back behind the knees. We're going to bend the knees, draw the tailbone heavy and down. Now inhale, lower the chest, try to get the shoulders underneath you. Arrange your body again so you're feeling your neutral pelvis, neutral wide shoulders. We're going to inhale, exhale, lift the chest. And then inhale, lower the chest. Exhale, lift. As you're working the hinge, I want you to feel it from your lower ribs and down the sides of your lats. It's going to help your thoracic extension. The more you key into your lat muscles, your neck will hurt less and your core will engage more, right? As you work, imagine that chin is coming up and over a fiery limbo bar. Leg weight your tailbone down heavier to feel a deeper burn in your lower abdominals. We're going to take 5 more. Inhale, exhale, lift. 4 more. Oh yes, the abs are keying in. Again, if you feel the neck, keep the head down and just do what you can. We've got 2 more here. Now on your last one, inhale, exhale, hold the lift. If your head is down, keep it down, extend your arms long. Now inhale, lower the head. As you exhale, try to reach your arms towards your ankles. So if you're attempting this without a chest lift, just reach your arms straight. Try to feel the length in the left, right? Inhale, lower, exhale, reach, lifting in to that forward flexion as much as you can. We're gonna take 2 more, inhale and exhale. Last one to lower, exhale to lift. We're gonna hold and take those arms for hundreds. Inhale for 5 pumps and exhale out for 5. Now as you work, chest can be up, chest can be down. If you feel that neck, if it doesn't feel good, lower it down, keep your shoulders flat. Keep pumping those straight arms. The heart rate will rise. Focus on that breath. Inhale for 5 pumps and exhale out for 5. Adding in that chest lift to deepen your challenge, right? If that feels good for you, try to straighten your legs and then start to lower those legs down for your final 10, 9, 8, support through the abs, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug the knees in. Press the lower back down and then rock the hips to the left and to the right, side to side from here. Good work, everybody. Good, good, good. If you feel like you had a little sweat breakthrough, that's where you want to go. Keep it up, keep it up. All right, we're going to keep those feet flat down again. And I want you to go ahead and keep your shoulders wide and down. And from this position, we're going to hug the knees in and then lower the feet down. And then hug the knees in, and then lower the feet down. Now, as you're working, your head doesn't lift. So I want you to really feel the isolation of the femur bone in the hip sockets. As you're working, if your lower back is taking over, I want you to do this one knee at a time, okay? Otherwise, try to anchor your tailbone. Make sure the abs float the knees up, and then we return down, right? Inhale and exhale. We're gonna take 3 more. That's it, last 2. Feel the resistance here in this move. And then final 1. Drawing the knees up into tabletop. Let's keep the arms round so the shoulders stay wide. So it's almost like you're holding a big barrel of apples, okay? Now your knees are in tabletop, your head stays down. We're going to open the knees out to the side, right? And then as you exhale, close the knees back into that tabletop or chair position, right? Inhale, we're going to open just the knees, and then exhale, close. As you're working, your angle is going to feel different than your neighbor's, okay? So I want you to stay in your accessible range of breath. As you inhale, keep that pelvis in neutral. As you exhale, rack the core back to front, close the knees. As you open and close, start to add in the arms, okay? So this is our base move. Find your stabilized range of motion from here. It's gonna get a little bit more complicated in terms of coordination, right? So if you feel like you lose the coordination direction, just return back to this position. Opening arms and legs and closing arms and legs, okay? We're gonna go 5 more, and then it's gonna get a little trickier. 4 more. Abs pull in. That's it for 3. You should feel the full core here. Really nice, you guys. 2 more. And then last one, we're gonna close the knees into tabletop, close the arms. Now let's just focus on the knees to begin. Right, we're gonna open the right knee out, and then draw the right knee back into tabletop. Left knee draws out, and then we draw it in. If this position does not feel accessible to you, right, especially in your hip flexors, go ahead and bring your feet down and just take little side clams from your supine position, okay? Otherwise, try to keep those knees in tabletop and use the breath. Feel the transverse abdominis kick in. We're gonna go 2 more. And then last one, now we're gonna draw those knees into tabletop. Now let's take opposition, okay? So your right arm and your left knee will draw away from your midline. Right arm, left knee. Exhale, we're gonna hug it back in. Now give me that left arm and your right knee. Inhale, exhale. Imagine that the center of your body is a column, right? And you're just offsetting from your column. Inhale and exhale. Good, you feel that stability through the pelvis and through the core. You should feel your full rectus abdominis, your 6-pack here. Pull in and up, inhale and exhale. Let's take 3 more. Imagine you're doing a little skate position on ice. Last 2. Good, and then final 1, inhale and exhale. Good, knees can be in tabletop or modified with the feet down flat. Right, we're gonna go ahead and open the arms out to the side. As you scoop the arms towards your hips, try to lift up your head, neck, and shoulders, right? If that's not happening for you today, keep your head down. Inhale, arms up. Head down if it was lifted. Exhale, we're gonna scoop and reach into the core. Continue to breathe. Inhale up, exhale out. We're gonna pull down and around. And let's take 8 more. Inhale and exhale, scoop and reach. Good, 7 more. Try to give yourself a higher chest lift if you can. A heavier leg weight in your tail. Inhale and exhale. We're gonna go 3 more. Deep breath. Inhale and exhale, scoop and reach. Last 2. Inhale and exhale. And then final one, inhale and exhale. Now let's reverse. We're gonna draw the arms out to the side, up like columns, over the shoulders, lat press, chest lift. Inhale, arms to the side. Exhale, we're gonna press them up and over. Continue to breathe. Your abs are supporting your thoracic extension here. Continue to feel that breath flow. Good, deep breath, 5 more. Inhale and exhale. 4 more. Hello, abs. Oh, yes. That's it. Last 3. Deep breath. Good. We're going to go for 2 more. And lat press, chest lift. Now, on your last one, inhale. As you exhale, lat press, chest lift. We're going to hold the back of the knees. Tuck the pelvis, round the spine, and start to roll like a ball forward and back. Now, this is a dynamic motion here. Pelvis must remain in a C-shaped position. Everyone is going to feel different with this. The goal is to feel a massage along the spine. If this is not something that feels good to you today, go ahead and find yourself in a sits bones balance. If you're taking that roll like a ball, we'll join you in 3 more for that balance. Last 2 for your balance. Now on your final one, we're gonna hold the sits bones on a balance, right? Now I want you to find your feet in a lift. Hug your knees in towards your chest. I'm just gonna move back on the mat so you guys can see me a little better here. Now from this position, I want you to feel the bony protrusions of your sits bones down underneath you. Your knees are hugging in. You're feeling the lift up through your thighs and your lower abdominals. Now from here, elbows point to the side. We're going to lower the chest, draw the legs away, and then exhale, lift back up, okay? Now as we lower and lift, I understand hip flexors may be a factor for you. The sits bones balance may be a factor for you, okay? Try not to let it bother you. Bring your feet down on the mat, and then feel free to take a little tuck and lift from this position. So again, modified with the feet down, right? If you want that more advanced version, lift your knees up and then feel the abs kick in, right? We're gonna go 3 more here. That's it, last 2 and lift. And then final one, tuck, and then lift from this position. Now, if your feet are down, keep your hands behind your knees. If your feet are lifted, keep your hands behind your knees. Try to separate your legs hip width apart, and then straighten your right leg. And then bend your right knee, and then straighten your left leg. And bend the left knee. Now as you continue to work the extension, right, obviously bringing your feet down to the mat is gonna help stabilize your pelvis. Our goal is thigh extension here, right? Try to keep the lift in the torso, the width through your shoulders, right? Reach through the heel if you want that little extra. We're gonna go for 3 more here. That's it, 2, and then 1. Nice job. Now from here, can we straighten both legs? Yeah! And then bend both knees. And then straighten both legs. And bend both knees. If that's not an option for you, keep working the single leg extension. You will get there. Let's take 3 more. Last 2 and 1. Now try to hold the legs straight so you're in a full teaser. But if that doesn't feel good, again, modify knees in tabletop or feet flat, okay? If you can hold that teaser extension, see if you can hold your arms straight and start pumping your arms up and down. 30 seconds, inhale and exhale. 20 more seconds, try to feel that lift. Inhale and exhale. Last 10 seconds, try to lower the legs down, try to lower the torso down. If you want a little extra, we're gonna go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees in, roll like a ball, forward and back, and just release out. We'll do 3 more, then we'll come up. That's it for 2. And one, inhale and exhale, coming all the way up. Nice job, everybody. We're up to a seated position here. And let's go ahead and sit cross-legged. We'll face each other. Good, shake it out, shug it out a little bit. The heart rate is high, so if you need to get a drink of water, feel free to take a moment to do so. Okay, now we're gonna go into our side series from here. So depending on how your neck feels today, I'm gonna have you lay completely down on the side of your arm for the side series. Otherwise, feel free to modify with your forearm down and your palm down, okay? We wanna make sure that you have good head on neck extension. So from side to side, this may feel completely different. So just be aware of what your body is telling you, okay? So from here, we're gonna keep the shoulders wide and down. Keep that long line from your hips to your shoulders. So especially if you're modifying on the forearm, watch that the top hip doesn't hike up to your low set of ribs. You wanna keep the tail heavy and down. Create a 3-inch gap or space basically from your lower ribs down to your hip bones on both sides. Your feet are flexed, and we're going to open the top knee in a clamshell and then close the top knee down. As you take that open and closed position, isolate the motion from the femur bone in the hip socket and watch that that top hip doesn't hike up. It's gonna try to sneak up on you, especially if that's normally what happens to your hip, like it does for my left, right? As you work, smooth articulation. So at any point, if the articulation feels wonky or if it feels sticky, right, just start to notice where your pelvis is placed. If we're hyper tucked in this position, it's gonna go into the lower back, right? So really feel the length, right? Try to lift up out of the hips. Stay energized here and you'll feel even more. Let's say 2 more. And 1, we're gonna close the top L shape of the leg down. Now we're gonna lift the full L up and down, right? So I've been doing this series for a couple of classes now. I know you all enjoy it. It burns like crazy. So the more you do this, the less it burns, I promise. The more you engage your core and your breath, the more you support the lever of your leg, right? The longer we go, the more we're gonna feel the burn. Let's take 3 more here. That's it, 2 more. Now on your last one, we're gonna lift the L shape of the leg up. Make sure your ankle, knee, and hip are parallel to the floor. From the knee to the heel, you're going to take an extension of the leg, right? So the knee doesn't move, the knee is still stacked. Left on top of the right knee. You're feeling that extension, you're gonna feel some of your IT band engage. If that is squeezing on you right now, externally rotate your top leg slightly, right? You wanna work the length of the hamstring, the length of the side leg. Let's take 3 more for that stretch. Last 2. And then on your final one, reach the leg long. Now I want you to flex that foot. You're gonna lift it up 2 inches, point the foot, lower it down. Flex, lift, and point to lower. As you're working, watch the top hip. Make sure you don't sink into your ribs, right? So you're feeling that length and lift up through your body. Folks that are doing this series laying on your arm, you have less to worry about with the neck tension. So if you feel it develop over time, know that you can lay on your side arm. We're gonna go 2 more here. Hello, burning leg. Last one, you're gonna point that foot. Imagine you have your favorite paint color on your toe. You're gonna draw tiny, tiny little circles. Lengthen that top leg out of the hip socket. Reach it, reach it, reach it, right? Abs are pulling in. Let's take 3, then we reverse. 2 and 1. Now let's reverse that circle. Long lever of your leg. That's it, you're writing your name. Little circles. We're gonna go 5 and then we kick. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're gonna flex, kick the leg forward. Point, reach the leg back. Try to reach your top arm in opposition, right? So your top arm is reaching towards one corner of your mat. Your top leg is reaching to the opposite corner, right? Now from here, hand on the hip, you're gonna kick again. Point, reach, and feel that wonderful stretch, right? We're gonna take 8 more, kick, point, extend, and reach. That's it. It gives you a nice rebound and release here. Get into that transverse twist and stretch. Make sure, especially if you are modifying in a laying on your arm position, that you're not pulling this into your neck, right? We're gonna go 3 more here. That's it, 2, and 1. Kick, kick, point, extend, and reach. Try to stretch out of your shoulders and your hips, and then go ahead and let it rest, okay? Good, very nice, you guys. Now from here, we're gonna go ahead and take the bottom arm and you're gonna cross it under and around your chest. So this is one we haven't done yet with Wonder Girl Pilates. Be mindful of your good head on neck extension. So you're going to wrap your bottom arm around the front of your torso. Be mindful again of your good head on neck extension. Make sure that the shoulder is underneath you and it's not curved underneath. So you're laying on the side of your delt, okay? Now from here, this is a lot harder than it looks. You're gonna take the top hand, push it into the mat, and try to lift your chest up, okay? Now lower the chest down by bending the elbow and then lifting the chest up. Side oblique and single tricep exercise, right? If this does not feel possible for you, go ahead and modify with your hand underneath your head and try to bend and straighten. And we're gonna go for 3. That's it, 2 more. And then 1. Good. Bring your bottom arm underneath you and take a side stretch. Take the top leg in a side stretch and reach long from fingertips to toes in the top leg. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and take the other side. So we're gonna come up and switch sides. Just feel free to modify your camera and make sure you can see me. All right, so again, we're gonna lay on the side of the body. Modify by laying on the side arm if that feels good for you, or on the forearm. I personally feel like the forearm position gives me a wider shoulder position, but do what works for you and know that there are always options that you can take differently from side to side, okay? Top hand can start on the hip, and we're gonna take those clamshells, inhale to close, exhale to lift, right? Feel free to play around with the breath. If it feels better for you to switch the breath, go for it, right? As long as you're breathing, that can really help your core and your pelvic stability and your scapular stability. Let's take 5 more here. 4, stabilizing that bottom hip for 3, 2 more, and 1. We're gonna close the top L shape of the leg down. Now lift the top L up and lower down. Check in with this top hip and the bottom hip. Make sure you're still on the cushy muscle of your bottom hip. Make sure you're not laying on any uncomfortable hip joint bone, right? You wanna feel that stability. Shoulders wide, keep the length in the lift. We're gonna go for 3, getting ready for extensions, 2 more. And when now lift the top knee up. So you're gonna keep the knee stacked on top of the bottom knee. Now extend the leg out. Inhale, bend, exhale, extend. Now the challenge is to keep the top knee over the bottom. This may feel like a completely different sensation. Start to notice where you're feeling this, right? Make sure that your hip is long and down, abs are pulling in, shoulders wide. We have 3 more, and then we're gonna flex and lift, point and lower, 2, and 1. Now we're gonna hold that extension. Now I want you to flex, lift, and point and lower the foot. Flex, lift, and point and lower. Check in with your pelvis. Try to reach energy out of that top femur bone, top leg. As you work, grab what you want with your toes, bring it down to you, right? Maybe it's some paper towels. You know, we're gonna go for 3 more here. That's it, good, last 2. And 1, now I want you to point your toes and take tiny, tiny little circles, right? Keep the lever of the leg long, right? It may not feel like you're moving too much, but the more you stabilize, the more it's gonna burn, right? We're gonna go 3 more, 2 and 1, reverse. Feel that lift through your abs. Yes, I'm working with you guys. I feel that burn. We're gonna go 5, then we kick, 4, 3, 2 and 1, flex, kick, kick. Point and reach back, extend the arm in opposition. Flex, kick, kick, point and reach in opposition. Give me 8 more. Feel that nice transverse stretch through the body. That's it, nice guys. We're gonna go 5, 4, feel that stretch. Good, last 3, Nice control, we got 2 and 1. Reach and feel that stretch. Very nice, you guys. Go ahead and lay on your side. Feel the top leg and the top arm stretch. Feel free to straighten that bottom leg as well if you just need a little release. Good, now that bottom knee is going to bend, top knee will bend, and we're going to wrap the bottom arm around your chest, okay? So this side may feel very different. Feel free to bring a pillow underneath your head. Again, we're working with good head on neck extension, okay? I'm just gonna move back so I have a little bit more room in front. Your top hand will go onto the mat, and we're gonna lift for 10. Inhale, exhale, press yourself up, side press. Inhale, lower. Exhale, single tricep push-up here. Feel the side body. We're gonna go 7 more. That's it for 6, and push. Final 5. 4 more. Feel free to look down if the neck is taking over. Last 3. 2 more. And then last one. Straighten and then lower down. Take a nice stretch on your side. Stretch and straighten. Very nice, everybody. And then go ahead and come up, find your way to a seated position, and then we're going to go into our back body work, okay? So feel free to take a moment. If you need to get a drink of water, feel free to grab some water, right? And as we go into our back body series, your wrists may feel sensitive, so know that you can stand up by a wall to modify with your hands up on the wall, or you can do it on your mat for a more engaged version, okay? So once you're ready, you're gonna bring your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. I like to tuck my toes under to protect my kneecaps. If that's not possible for you today, just keep the tops of your feet flat on your mat, okay? If you're modifying in a standing position by the wall, just keep your legs straight. And then from here, we're just gonna keep the hands down and just take some shoulder blade retractions. Inhale, and then exhale, puff those shoulders up. Now, as you retract the shoulders back, we're just gonna take 3 more here. Inhale and exhale. Last 2, and 1. Now I want you to keep the shoulders wide and down. The abs are pulling in and up through the body. From here, I want you to go ahead and see if you can lift your knees up and then tap your knees down. As you lift and lower, you're gonna feel the abs pull in. If you're modifying at the wall, you're just going to simply be bending and straightening your knees, holding onto the wall for balance, all right? Inhale, exhale, lift. Abs pull in and up. If the wrist feels sensitive here, feel free to modify down onto the forearms as an alternative. Right, we're gonna go 2 more. Now on your last one, I want you to straighten your legs and then see if you can give yourself a full plank position. Now, if you can, try to lift the heels up high, right? Feeling the width through the balls of both feet evenly. Draw your elbows, point them back towards your hip bones. Now we're going to shift the body forward. Inhale, exhale, shift back into the heels. Inhale, shift forward, exhale, shift back. Now as you are working your plank position, continue to breathe. If it makes sense for you to pike your tail up, if that feels good, feel free to do that. But if you can, lower the pelvis down and you're gonna feel more length through your abs. Let's take 3 more here. Last 2. And 1, we're gonna hold that plank. Now alternate into a heel prance. Shoulders stay wide and down. Abs pull in and up. We're gonna go ahead and begin to walk the feet forward towards the hands. Starting to take a forward fold in this position, right? So again, if you're modifying at the wall, your hands are up against the wall and you're coming up into a standing position. Otherwise, hands go onto the mat. Drawing the body over the waist. I want you to see if you can draw your right foot forward and then draw your left leg back into a lunge, okay? Hands can stay on the mat. Again, if you're modifying at the wall, hands stay on the wall, okay? Your right knee is right over your right midfoot, and you're gonna lift and lower your left heel. lift and lower, and just get into that stretch. Good. Now as you're working, if your balance feels good, I want you to go ahead and bring your hands onto your thigh, okay? Balance is gonna feel different for everyone, so I want you to be honoring in what your body feels, okay? Your back heel is gonna lift, pelvis stays square, okay? Abs pull in. Now you're gonna bend your back knee and straighten your back knee. Bend and straighten. Continue to breathe here. I'm just gonna angle my camera up so my Zoom folks can see me. Okay, if you're joining me on Instagram Live, right, you guys have a bigger view here, okay? So as you go ahead and bend and straighten that back leg, you're gonna feel the calf. You're gonna feel the quad. We're gonna feel the abs pull in, right? Try to lower the pelvis down a little bit more. Feel the front quad. Feel the front hamstring engage. We're gonna take 3 more here. Last 2. And 1. Now keep the back heel lifted. We're gonna lower the hips and lift the hips. Lower the hips and lift. As you're working, you're gonna feel these nice muscular engagements, right? Abs pull in. This is mostly legs. Pelvis stays square. Good, let's take 3 more here. Last 2. And 1. Now I want you to straighten both legs. Hands can be on the wall or down on the mat, and I want you to take that forward fold if you can. Feel that stretch. Try to lift up the toes of your right foot, digging your right heel down, getting a deeper stretch in your hamstring and your calf. Lowering your right foot down, bend your right knee, find your way upright, and let's go ahead and switch, okay? Left leg in front, right leg back. Feel that stretch, right? If you need your hands on the wall, go for it. Hands on the mat to begin. We're gonna go ahead and lift the heel and lower the heel. Now as you're working, you're gonna feel a different sensation in this hip. Possibly, more than likely you will. Just keep it square. And if you feel good with that balance, find your hands onto your thigh, right? Check in with your pelvis. Pull your abs in and up. So you want to feel that length in and up through your lower abdominals, continuing to breathe. We're gonna take about 5 more here. 4. Last 3, 2, and 1. Now hold that front knee in a bend. Bend your back knee and straighten your back knee. As you work, keep your pelvis square, right? So one hip may want to flare back. Try not to let that happen. Keep your pelvis in neutral. Keep the stability. We're gonna go 5. You got it. Go 4, keep breathing. 3, 2, 1. Now we're gonna keep that back heel lifted. Keep your hips square. You're seeing my pelvis shake. I'm sure yours is too. You're gonna lower those hips and lift. Lower and lift. Abs pull in and up. Thighs burning. Good, very nice everybody. We're gonna go 5 more. 4. Last 3, 2, and 1. Nice job, straighten both legs. Hands can draw from the hips back to the wall or down to the floor, wherever it feels better for you to hold your balance. Stretch that left leg. Forward fold as best you can. Good, start to lift up the toes of your left foot. Feel that stretch and release. And go ahead and lower that left foot down. Step your right foot forward, bend your knees, and go ahead and find your body back down on your mat, okay? So from this position, we're gonna go into our prone position. So that means we're gonna lay on our belly. So whichever direction feels good for you, you're gonna go ahead and lay down. I'm just gonna move my mat over so my other folks can see me. I've got dueling cameras here. All right, so you're gonna go ahead and lay down on your belly. Bring your hands down, and your forehead is going to go directly onto your hands, okay? Now from this position, I'm just gonna keep my chest lifted so you can hear and see me okay? But you're gonna bring your forehead down. Allow the shoulders to draw wide and down out of your ears, okay? If you wanna stay upright, if you feel a really good stretch, by bringing your forearms and palms on the mat. Feel free to take that option. It does give you a little bit of thoracic tightening, so make sure your abs are supporting from underneath, okay? Now from here, your toes are going to tuck under as best you can. Your knees stay down for this exercise. You're going to take a double kick of your heels towards your tail. Point your feet, extend your legs long, and try to lift your legs up. Now from here, flex, double kick. So both heels kick the tail at once. Point your feet, extend your legs long, and lift. Now as you're working, especially if your forearms are down, if you're in that Sphinx position with your arms, you may feel that thoracic tension in a way you don't like. If that is the case, forehead goes down onto the fingers, and we're going to take 5 more. Kick, kick, point, extend, and lift. 4 more. That's it for 3. Nice control, everybody. 2 more. And 1. Now hold the legs straight. Hold the abs in and up. Now from this position, start kicking the legs behind you. The higher you can lift your legs, the more you can lift your knees, the more you're going to feel this activation in your hamstrings, in your glutes, and in your back body. Inhale for 5 and exhale out. Now as you're working, see if you can go ahead and gently lift up out of that position, right? So your head, neck, and shoulders are gonna lift. Maybe your hands draw to the side in a little hover, right? Continue to breathe. Now, can you extend your left arm out in front of you? Inhale. As you exhale, extend your right arm out in front of you. And continue to breathe. And you'll need full swimming with the arms. 30 seconds, full swimming with the legs. Inhale and exhale. 20 more in and exhale out. Last 10 seconds, inhale and exhale. 5, 4, lift, 3, 2, and 1. Let it rest. Take a moment, get your breath back into your body, and go ahead and press your body back into a child's pose from here. Hips back to the heels. Feel free to open up the knees if your groin, your hips, and your lower back feel tight. And then from here, we're just gonna extend the arms long in a child's pose. Hold here. And breathe. "30 seconds. Inhale and exhale. Feel free to stretch the palms and the fingertips wider. 10 more seconds. Inhale. As you exhale, draw back up into your quadruped position. Separate the legs hip-width apart parallel. Tuck the pelvis, round the spine, draw the head down. As you translate the pelvis back into a neutral, draw the torso into an arch. Inhale, tuck the pelvis, round the spine. Exhale, translate back, neutral, and then arch. One last time, getting the tension out of the back. Inhale. And then exhale, translate back into neutral, and then your arch from here. Good. Now, from this position, keeping your quadruped, right? We're gonna extend the opposition a little bit more. I want you to see if you can extend your left leg back, right? And if you feel good in that position, extend your right arm forward. Keep the shoulders and the hips square. Make sure you have no dipping hips or twisting shoulders, okay? Now from here we inhale. As you exhale, tuck the pelvis round the spine. Draw the left elbow into the right knee. Inhale, lengthen it long like taffy. Exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, round. If this feels like too much of a challenge with your 2-point balance, you're going to bring both hands down and just take the leg out and draw the knee in, okay? Otherwise, you're gonna take that full reach, 2 more, and lengthen, and last one, and lengthen. Hold the levers of your arm and your leg. We're gonna lift up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 2 and 1, right hand, left knee down, child's pose stretch, and release. Breathe. Taking your next inhale. As you exhale, go ahead and find your quadruped position once more. Toes tucked for your balance, shoulders wide. Now from here, we're going to extend the right leg and the left arm. All right, so we're working our opposition. Again, if the 2-point or the 3-point balance is better, rock your 3-point balance. If not, 2-point is going to give you the deeper challenge, right? Taking your inhale. As you exhale, round and tuck it in. 9 more, inhale, exhale. That's it for 8. And round. Shoulders widen down, 7. And round. Good for 6. Really scoop it in. 5 more. Good, 4. Crunch those abs. That's it for 3. Good, 2 more. And 1. Extend the levers of your left arm and your right leg out. And we're gonna lift for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. Press the hips back to the heels. Child's pose stretch. Take a moment here, open up the knees. Feel the release in the groin and the hips. On your next inhale, exhale, come all the way up to your seated position. And then we're going to go ahead and lay down on our back to finish today, okay? So once you're down on your back, take a moment, hug those knees into your chest. Feel your heart rate soften here. And returning the feet down on your mat. Legs and hip width apart, parallel position. Pelvis in neutral. Take the right ankle, bring it over the left knee. And I want you to thread your hands through the back of the left knee and hug your left knee into your chest. Feel the weight that's in your hands. Keep the pelvis square. Keep your shoulders wide. And breathe. Keeping the square shape of the legs present. Lower your left foot down. Keep your right ankle over that left knee. And draw the arms out into a T press to the side if you have enough room in your space. Otherwise, the arms draw actively down to your hips, okay? From here, we're going to take the left hip up. Draw the body weight down onto the right hip. Feel that twist and stretch. And inhale, find the center. Exhale, translate the body weight over to the opposite side. Right hip pulls down. And inhale 2 more times. Exhale, feel the axis of the spine as you whittle your waist. And inhale. Exhale, last time over to the opposite side. And find your body square to center. Take the right ankle off. Right foot draws down. Left ankle over the right knee. Hands thread behind the back of the right knee. Hug that right knee into your chest. And breathe. Feeling the weight that's in your hands. Feeling the width through your shoulders. And return your right foot down. Keep that left ankle over the right knee. Arms T-press to the side. Transverse rotation with the lower body. Left hip will lift. Right hip will draw down. Inhale, find the center. Exhale, right hip will lift. Left hip draws down in opposition. Let's take that 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. And then last time, inhale and exhale. Use your inhale. As you exhale, hug both knees in towards the chest here. And then we're going to go into a very specific IT band stretch. and then we'll take it into our roll down to finish, okay? Your right leg will cross over your left leg, just like you're just generally crossing your legs, right? Everyone's flexibility is going to be a little different, so if your knee is out, if it's not completely matched, no stress. You're going to take your hands, grab onto your ankles, and try to pull your feet away from each other. Right, you're going to feel a deeper stretch. Now if you can, try to pull your heels up towards your shoulders slightly. You're going to feel your piriformis stretch a little bit more on your right side, especially if your right is over your left. Right, that's going to translate down into an IT band release along the side of your leg. Let's go ahead and switch. Inhale and exhale. This side may feel different. I know mine does. Right, stretch that hip, stretch the IT, stretch that piriformis. Ooh, feels so good. Try to pull those feet in opposition. And if you haven't already, try to pull the heels up towards your shoulders. And then from here, hug the knees into the chest and take a gentle roll up from here. And then let's go ahead and draw the legs underneath for our final roll down, okay? So if you want, you can come up to standing just so you can find your alignment, okay? Legs are hip width apart parallel, even weight between the heels and the balls of the feet. Go ahead and take a moment, extend the arms all the way up towards the sky on your inhale. As you exhale, round down gently over your waist. And again, if inversions and folding over your waist doesn't feel good, modify with your hands on the wall. Otherwise, go over that waist and keep your knees bent so I don't lose you. You don't want to lock out. You want to keep your balance. Grab onto your elbows and allow your head and your neck to relax. Focusing on the top two vertebrae of your cervical spine, right by the base of your head. Give yourself a gentle shake of the head, yes? And a gentle shake of the head, no. And one last time, yes. And one last time, no. Extending your arms down towards the floor, keep those knees soft and bent. Slowly begin to rise here. Keep your knees soft, right? Allow your torso to stay long. Right? As you come up, you want to get your hips underneath you before you straighten those legs. And then try to lift up nice and tall. Feel free to extend those arms all the way up on your inhale. As you exhale, draw your arms down towards the side of your body. Great, you guys, and you're all done.